Hello, Scrooge Cast. I know this is different. I know this is weird. I know you're probably nervous, but I'm gonna tell you right now to take a deep breath. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna guide you through it, and I wanted to thank you for being patient with Jamie and I while we figure out our work schedules and how to accommodate that with helping out with Scrooge. So this video is just the basic stage makeup. So the principles of stage makeup is you want people to see what facial expression you're making. And the most essential parts of your face that need to be seen are your eyebrows, your eyes, your cheeks, and your lips. The cheeks just really add color, but the rest of it is essential so that the audience knows what emotion you are portraying, okay? Once again, if you need help, ask an upperclassman. They will be more than happy to help you. They know what they're doing. Don't be scared to ask, okay? This is mostly for guys, since I've observed that most of the girls have it figured out, and if they don't have it figured out, they've got a friend who's got it figured out. But if some of you girls need this, totally for you. So this is just basic stage makeup as well as mutton chops. So the first thing you're going to start with is foundation. Ideally with stage makeup, you want it to be a shade or two darker than your skin. The last thing you want it to be is too light. Obviously, you don't want to look orange or like you're being racist, but you want it just a little bit darker than your skin so that the audience can see you and you're not washed out. If it's the same tone as your skin, make sure that you're really hitting the bronzer and the blush pretty hard. I'm using what I have at home, which is just concealer. A little bit of foundation goes a long way. So if you are using a color that is your skin tone or maybe just a little bit too light, really these are the only places you need to hit because when you blend it, it'll just cover your whole face and it won't be an issue. Please, 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 unless you have your own blending sponge or brush, use a disposable brush. It's flu season, everyone is getting sick. The last thing we need is any one of you getting the flu. So use one of the disposable triangle brushes, or sponges or whatever they're called, and just gently tap your face and it'll blend out the product. You kinda gotta get close to your eyes. It's not comfortable, but you're not gonna hurt yourself, I promise you. After foundation, I like to do bronzer, which is just a darker powder pigment that you're gonna put in the hollows of your face, mostly your cheeks, nose, forehead. You're gonna look for a fluffy angled brush. Obviously, it's got a little bit of an angle to it, but it is fluffier so that you can blend the pigment out. Not this guy. You are not using this guy. This is for really fine detailing. Right now, you only need this. I find that when applying bronzer, it's easiest to just make a fish face, like that, so you can really see your bone structure. So I'm gonna go like this. And see how I'm bringing it down just a little bit, because that is where the hollows of your cheeks are. And I'm using a darker color just so you can see it on camera, but yours should not be this dark. So I've got bronzer on my cheeks now, and the next places you want to apply it are right here in the hollows of your eyes, and also a little bit on your temples, maybe a little bit right here, but only a little. All right, so the next thing you're gonna do is blush. That's just a pink pigment. You're gonna put it on a fluffy brush like this, and you need to put it on the apples of your cheeks. So you're gonna smile. Those are the apples of your cheeks. That's where you want the most blush to be. The balance of how much blush to add for stage makeup is a hard one to nail. If you're not sure, start small, ask an upperclassman to see if you have enough blush on. You do want more than normal, but you don't want to look like Annabelle up there, you know? Also, if you feel so inclined, because it is December in the show and it's cold, you can just put a little on the bridge of your nose, right there, so that you look kind of cold. Obviously blend it out better than I did. Once you've got some color in your face, the next thing you want to do is define your eyebrows so that people can tell what expression you're making. So now you want this guy. And this is gonna depend, what shade of brown you're gonna use depends on your hair color. Obviously, if darker hair, use a darker eyeshadow. Be careful not to go too dark. You don't wanna look like Bert and Ernie. But what you're gonna do is you're just gonna dip a little bit your brush in the pigment. You can use a cream pigment, you can use eyeshadow, whatever works. Cream is gonna be a little bit harder to control. But eyeshadow, it might be harder to build up pigment, so just use that at your own discretion. And you're gonna start, I like to start at the tail, and just kind of fill in where you already have hair. I use like short upward motions almost to simulate hair texture. And then just work your way forward. And there's where the hair texture is really important. And I'm kind of like rotating my brush from this position to this one, so that, because the hairs in front of your eyebrow go a little bit more upward and these ones go a little bit more back. So you're just gonna repeat that on the other. The next thing to define is your eyes. If you want to go for a little bit of eyeliner, guys, I would use a brown pencil. Girls, if you know how to do winged eyeliner, go for it. But it doesn't need to be super dramatic. But most of you, I would recommend just going with mascara. Again, I want to stress, please, 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 please use the disposable applicators. We do not need any of you getting pink eye. I know that mascara is scary, but I'm going to teach you how to do it real nice and easy, okay? So you have the applicator, you're going to get real close to your eyelash and blink. That's all you got to do. Do that a couple times. If you're feeling brave, you can do the bottom lashes, just tap real lightly. If you get a little on your face, not a big deal. The closest people to you are 15 feet away. They're not gonna notice. Next thing to define is lips. So you're just gonna take like a neutral, nudie kind of pink. This is the one I'm using. And this is just coloring inside the lines. This is kindergarten. So that is the base makeup. If you don't have mutton chops as a character, you can feel free to stop this video now, but now I'm gonna go into mutton chops. So for the mutton chops, the first thing you wanna do is just follow your bone structure. Sideburns come down next to your ear and then along this way. It's a continuation from a sideburn into a beard. I usually stop mine around the middle of my eyes when I'm doing this for costume purposes. So you're gonna stop right about there. The first thing you wanna do is you wanna take a small fluffy brush. Once again, you can use cream pigment or powder, whatever is easier for you. And now we're just gonna block out with a slightly lighter color than we want our mutton chops to be, just where they're gonna go. So that's gonna go right here. Once again, using short strokes to kind of start simulating hair texture. Once you've kind of got the rough shape blocked out of where you want your mutton chops to be, you're gonna take your angled brush again, and you're gonna go in with progressively darker colors, short strokes, and keep doing that to imply hair texture until it looks the way you want it to. Once you get your face to a point where you like it, you feel good about it, take a little bit of setting spray, it's a little bitty spray bottle, and close your eyes, hold your breath, spritz it 5 times, wait for it to dry, and you're good. You're done. And then you can go get your mic on. It's so easy. Once again, if you have any questions, ask an upperclassman or an adult. They will be more than happy to help you. Don't be afraid. Be not afraid. You got this. I believe in you. Thank you.